Shalom, Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name is Barad Nabar, coming to you from the GMS camp of Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. Especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Today, just going through, watch this video, listen to the elder Ariella out of the Dallas camp. As you can see, Remnant Save 144 Ba. It says, the world won't understand us. No, fair, equal, just order. And of course, just like many other brothers, I myself can speak of one that have a sizable family, and then coming out of the ways of the world where you had many social friends, as far as my background and certain things. And he touched on some things that really touched home. But the main point, that I got out of everything is that, you know, we can't forget that we are on a mission. Okay, we are on a mission to the best of our ability, to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, especially after He has brought us back into this knowledge, this wisdom, and the understanding. And so I have a few scriptures that I want to bring out. I'm going to click and play just a few seconds or so of his video, as you can see it on the screen. I would suggest you come across this, that you find it and take some time to listen to it, because it was very edifying, uplifting, and exhorting, to know that, when you think that you're going through certain things when it comes to this walk, and it's only you, that you're set in an island of some sort, you're not. From the top to the very bottom, brothers are going through these, what I would say, growing pains, these certain afflictions that are only going to make us better when it comes time for the kingdom. So I'm going to hit play on this, and I'll bring out a few scriptures, and hopefully again that it's edifying, exhorting, and uplifting unto the body.
And therefore you're gonna get hate from the world. People gonna think, oh, you don't love me, or I'm mistreated. I don't get what I want when I'm with you. Oh well, there's something that I'm doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's what you have to continue to remind yourself, and know that this mission that we on is the mission of the salvation of all of life. It's the ultimate mission, and this world passeth away. Everything in it. This.
So as you can see, he also go into the scriptures that, he was actually going into Mike Tyson. It was a podcast that Mike Tyson was on, and he was speaking on, with another gentleman. I forget his name. Um, how when they um, was in their craft of boxing, and to be at the elite status and certain statuses, the things that they had to forsake and sacrifice, whether it had been time with their wives, their children, with friends, and many different um, aspects, when their mind had to be solely focused on uh, getting better or preparing for their particular competition. And so, just as such, we are in this fight, in this battle, you know, for Yahweh. I was shy. And so this was a constant reminder to us that, you know, we're going to have our wives, children, we're going to have friends and family, people that, associates that'll look at you in a certain way as to, man, you're different, you changed up, you don't ever want to come around and put these certain pressures or influence pressures upon you. But again, this is just part of the battle. And so these are some scriptures that I got that came to mind based off of it. The first one is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10 and through 12. He says, "Blessed are ye which
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. So there are many things, people may say, oh, he's in a cult, you're in a cult, or just pretty much calling you evil, because you don't walk the same way or do the same things in which they do. So you're blessed, especially when you're doing these things to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because like it showed there, the world will not understand. Why? Because they're in darkness. Many of the people are in darkness, and you're in the light, so they are going to be blinded, by your actions, to see that what you're actually doing is working in your diligence to please the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And even some may say, which I've heard, it's like you just like to be at home, or and don't do nothing, that it's a boring life. But in actuality, we, those who understand, are pleased to not be in the rioting and the excess of the world, being here and being there and bounced all over the place. We like to stay stable and focused on the words of the Heavenly Father, and that's actually what's very pleasing to those who are in this truth, who are so hardly in this truth, to be able to sit and read the scriptures and dissect the scriptures and get understanding and learn and be amongst brothers who are of like mind. So it says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Okay? Because you are trying to not be in the ways of the world. They think your actions to be evil, when it's actually the other way around when they're speaking against you. It says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So this isn't anything new. And like I said, like I mentioned before, if you seem as though you're on an island alone, that, oh, I'm the only one that's going through this. No, there are many others that are out in the field of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai doing this work, that are going through some form of trouble, or have seen the certain things that you've gone through, And so the main thing is just to endure, because again, we're at the time where it's going to be made known who is prophets and who is chosen. The fame, his men are going to receive the fame or the notoriety in the land in which they've been scattered. In the end, those men will receive the salvation that they've so much hoped for, and the rest, okay, understanding that this isn't our rest, and what would be a good reason to go back into the world when we see clearly that everything is crumbling and functioning in its function. Okay. So Luke chapter 6 verse 22 and 23, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. They used to call you, they used to come hang out. And because you don't do the certain things anymore, you don't do the birthdays, you don't do the Christmas, the 4th of July, and these wicked holidays. And when you come around, you're speaking of the Lord and speaking about the evils of the wickedness of the world. So they separate themselves from you. Well, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said, be ye separate, be ye holy, for I am holy. So they're only doing you a favor. It says, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. So because you're trying to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, your name is out in the world. They try to give you a bad name, and just like they're going to do, they push the propaganda of, I watched a video a brother posted where, Trump mentioned the prophets of doom, And of course, as you decipher a little bit more into that, you see that they're speaking of the true men of the Lord that's been out teaching the truth, and the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And so of course they're going to bring some type of false accusation against the men of the Lord, but that's when we should be that much more exceeding glad, because so persecuted they the prophets, like the previous scriptures. And it says, rejoice, 23, ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven, for in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. So the same children of Israel, they persecuted the fathers. Their forefathers also persecuted, the prophets as well. Okay, when you think of one in particular, Jeremiah, who was, crying for the children of Israel, but they wanted him dead, and so eventually he was just like, look, and Lord, do what you got to do. Okay. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for ye have suffered in the flesh, for ye that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. Because we're not going to completely, get it right, but a lot of our afflictions are going to be dealing in the flesh, like the elder was saying. You may, because of your camp day or mandatory meetings, you have to miss certain things that has to deal with you and your significant other, or things, or let's say your wife, or things that are pertaining to your children, or certain meetings or certain occasions where you then don't go because you have a brother that you must assist, that you assisting, so going on to verse 2, he says, and so, we feel bad, you may have those thoughts that come along, but we have to, like he said, we have to be a constant reminder that these things that we're doing is pleasing unto the Lord, and that we are storing our treasures in heaven, right? So that when that time comes and we call on the Lord, he answers us. All right. When we call on the name Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, in the time of trouble, that he answers us and that he has mercy upon us, right? For we're seeking our own salvation, with fear and trembling, roughly paraphrasing. It says that, verse 2, that he no longer should live in the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. So our main goal is to be pleasing and doing the will of the Heavenly Father, all right, and not because what man wants to do to try to please man out in this world. Our goal is to please the Heavenly Father. He says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto us. All the things that we need in the life, the basic necessities he's going to give. He says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatries. Because again, we were in that Gentile, that heathenistic state of mind where we were out in the world, and now we've come out of that. But yet there's still things, because we have to go through our daily tasks in this life, that tries to pull us back into the world. And so we're in a constant battle, a constant fight to maintain focus on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says where they, meaning the friends, those that's out in the world now, when you've changed your ways, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them in the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Okay, so again, when you are coming into a world where you've had, or you seem to yourself to have many friends, and you were very social, and you were out and about, and you were in the mix of things, but then you change your ways for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to those around you, it comes off to be very drastic, but yet it is for a very good purpose in the sight of the Heavenly Father that you are making these adjustments for Him. Because in the end, like we mentioned this before, great is your reward. Your reward will be in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and we are all seeking, those who are truly in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We're all seeking the truth. Seeking salvation from the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let me play a few more seconds of this, and we'll end.
Flesh that we in, the job or business you might have, investments in the world, your woman. You gotta continue to remind yourself. All right. Philippians chapter 3 verse 7 says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted lost for Hamashiach Yahushua. Yea, doubtless I count all things but lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I...
So I hope that this lesson was edifying and uplifting into the body. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And to all those listening and learning, to you, I say, Shalom.